In this section, I am going to show you how you can connect to your router. Of course, this is in GNS3 environment. I'm not going to talk about connection to a router board. Actually, that is very easy. You can go and download NetInstall from MikroTik website, install NetInstall on your Windows-based laptop or PC. Select the cable that connects to your router board. It comes with your router board and it is in its box. You can connect it to your computer serial interface, and using NetInstall you can find the router board. It is easy to recognize there is a router board connected to your PC, and using NetInstall you can upgrade the MikroTik version, you can change the license, you can install MikroTik on your router board. You can do anything. Actually, router boards come with MikroTik installed on that, and it is a license for you. But if you want to upgrade that, NetInstall is a very nice tool. But I am supposing that you have configured your first interface at least, like what we have done in previous sections, and now I'm going to connect to my router board using different methods. For example, I'm going to connect to this using Telnet. I have started router 1 and I have an interface set up with the correct IP address. Now I can go and select Telnet software such as SuperPuTTY or PuTTY, and these two are in your GNS3 configuration. It is very easy to start one of them. For example, SuperPuTTY has a very nice interface. You can open that, and this is the SuperPuTTY interface here. You can right click on PuTTY session and create a new session here. The session is going to be, for example, named R1. The host name or IP address, I don't have a host name here. On MikroTik we cannot have host name. We can just have IP address, for example 10.10.12.101. The port can be an SSH port, like SSH. If you have SSH installed on your router board or on your MikroTik, you can start this. And you saw that I installed all of the services. But I'm more inclined to select Telnet. You can see the port is going to change to port 23, and the PuTTY session profiles is going to be the default setting. I'm not going to select any other profile. I'm not going to create any other profile. So I click on save, and you can see the session is here. By right clicking on the session, I can connect using this, and after a moment you can see that I am connected to my MikroTik, and type in the username, and there is no password here by default. You can see that I am connected to my MikroTik device. Let me bring it up a little bit so that you can see all of my console like this. Now you can see that by typing IP address print, for example, I can see all of my IP addresses that are set up on this session. So you can see this is a very nice terminal software that I can use to connect to my different devices. SuperPuTTY is a very nice thing. But if you are not a typist guy like me, actually I am a Cisco guy, so I need to be a typist guy. But if you are not, and if you are a MikroTik guy, you can disconnect this. I don't want to connect this. Actually, by closing this, it is going to be disconnected. I can use other tools such as Webfig or Winbox. So I can download Winbox from MikroTik website. I can download it from my actual router. It is included in my router MikroTik software. I just need to connect to this using, for example, a browser first of all. And you can see 10.10.12.101. I hit enter, and you can see that I am connected to my MikroTik using a web interface, and it needs that HTTP should be installed on your router. And when you are installing, you saw that I started all of the services. I just selected all of those services. So web service is there and Webfig is selected. But in most default installation, web is there, so you don't need to worry about that. So you can see that Webfig is here. If you need Winbox, you can just go and click on this Winbox, and it is going to be downloaded for you. You can use Winbox later. I have Winbox. I don't need to download this. So this is Webfig. This is exactly the same as what you saw in Winbox. You can go and, for example, select IP, and under that you can select, for example, addresses and see the IP addresses set here. You can add another IP address. For example, I'm going to have 10.10.13.101/24, and this is gonna be on my Ethernet one. And I can have a command. I can click on apply, and this is done. I can click on OK, and now you can see my IP addresses include other addresses as well. So Webfig is very nice tool to use, but again, I prefer to use Winbox. It is faster, it is easier to connect to my router. And in Webfig and Winbox, both of them will again allow you to select this and click on connect. Both of them will allow you to have a terminal open. So again, by going to click on new terminal, you can see what you saw in terminal connection. You can just type in anything that you need to. For example, IP address add. For example, IP address print, or any other command that you need to. So Winbox, Webfig, these are two graphical interface user what do you call it, a way of communication to your router. And if you just want to type in the commands, you can open a terminal in Winbox, in Webfig, or you can open your own terminal using other, for example, Telnet or SSH client tool. So these are different connection methods to your MikroTik device.